Hi, my name's Meredith Therapos from RMIT University, and I'm here at Coles Distribution Centre in Melbourne talking to Josh and Mick. So Josh and Mick, could I get you both to introduce yourselves, please?
Sure. I'm Josh, head of Distribution Centre Operations for Vic and Tas, so I oversee our 4 DCs in Victoria and 2 in Tasmania.
I'm Mick, I'm DC Operations Manager, and I'm focused on people and performance.
Okay, so thank you, Josh, and thank you, Mick. And we're going to talk about spreadsheets. So could you tell me a little bit about the use of spreadsheets and how they assist the decision-making process at the distribution centre?
Yeah, well, we collect a lot of data, more data than you would probably believe, and for myself and the other managers to consume that data and make it become useful is very difficult if it's not collated in a spreadsheet. So, we have a number of different people that sort of gather all that data onto a spreadsheet and put it into a more usable format so we can actually do something with it. So for me as operations manager, I want to see a high level summary area to area each day, and for some of our area managers, they want to just focus in on the data specific to their area. So the spreadsheet helps us keep all the data in one place, but then spit it out in sort of bite-sized chunks so they're more usable.
And then how would that inform your decision making, say, throughout the day?
Well, we have different KPIs, and they'll all be recorded on those spreadsheets that we're looking at. So from day to day, the first thing we'll do is we'll review the previous day, and that data will tell us how we performed in a certain area. And if we either underperformed or overperformed, we will then look to do something different to rectify that the next day, rather than waiting to the end of the week to make a change.
So they would be updated on a daily basis, and
yeah,
then use...
there's look, we run a lot of different reports. Some of them are hourly, some of them are daily, and some of them are weekly. Yep. But operation of this pace, a lot of the data that we consume, we need to see it regularly. Like, you can't wait till the end of the week. It's too late then. You may have completely missed your targets for the week. So. Yeah, some of it's hourly, some of it's daily, some of it's weekly.
So they're really integral to the way that you make decisions here at the centre.
Yeah, I mean, you can, when you're out on the floor, you can sort of know what's happening, you see what's happening, you get a feel for what's happening. Yeah. But a lot of the time, you need that data to really confirm it in your mind, to know what you see out on the floor is actually what's happening. From time to time, what you see is not actually what is happening. It's a big site. You can't see everything. You can't be everywhere. So that data collection and spreadsheets help you analyse what's really happening out there.
And so some would be quite detailed, and then you'd have, say, the summary sheet with the detailed tabs sitting underneath that?
Yeah, that's correct. We get all the smart people to look at all the big level data, and what they do is they put it in a format for us not so smart people to be able to read.
Yeah, and what about you, Josh? How would you use spreadsheets?
Yeah, so similar to Mick, just at a broader level, but to your point about having a summary sheet, these guys get a daily performance review of the previous day. I think it's got about 30 odd tabs. It would have 10,000 inputs for one day in there, right? That really want to break down and go into different rabbit holes about solving problems. So that's really important. And even at my level, there'll be sometimes I'll want to get too deep into detail, and it's all there and available. So I think it's important with spreadsheets that you can kind of break down and go where you need to go. And the other important part for me is having spreadsheets when you work with different companies on different systems. It's like it's the center of the universe, right? Because we all run lots of really cool, complicated software, but they don't always talk to each other. And in Victoria, this is a Coles run DC. We've got a Linfox and run DC and Americold run a DC for us on top of transport providers. Trying to get our systems to talk isn't always the best thing to do. Actually, using spreadsheets to kind of collate our data together is the most efficient, the simplest way to really work through. And most of the time, we're just putting stuff back into Excel, right?
So they serve a number of functions. They enhance efficiency. They're a tool for communication, and really underpin decision making.
Yeah, absolutely.
So thank you, Josh, and thank you, Mick, for your valuable insights on the use of spreadsheets in a very, very practical and real world sense. Thank you.
Thanks.